They are still fast asleep. It was much like our camp this morning. When we woke up early this morning, everybody was exactly like this, flat. We had a long night last night and everyone was out and about and testing of the new equipment. And so it resembles very much the Djuma research camp last night. Now, some of the cubs are starting to wake up. We had one female that got up, and there is a little bit of rolling around and a bit of yawning and stretching. So I think that they are starting to think about waking up. With lions, though, it does take a bit of time. There's those two hooligans in the back, up to a little bit of shenanigans. They are having a little biting game, which is quite common with the cubs. They do bite and claw at each other, but it almost looks like they're hugging, doesn't it, with the one paw around the back. Very, very cute. And now there's a little groom under the chin, and what cat doesn't like a little tickle under the chin? But like I say, I've seen some of the adults stretching a little bit, and they've been a bit of rolling around, and Amber Eyes did get up very briefly before she flopped right down again. So you can see she's busy rolling around at the moment. She's bonding with one of these little ones. Look at that little bite on the side of the face. That's very cheeky. It's going to have to be a bit careful because Amber Eyes can be a little bit grumpy at times, although there is that video of her when she hugged one of these cubs, which was very, very cute. But you are playing with fire, clawing at her face, little one. Isn't that sweet? And the other one in the background, which is hugging the naughty one. Oh, Vanessa Ale, you're wondering whether the cubs sleep more than the lionesses. Well, when they're very, very young, yes, they do, because often they get left to go when the adults go and hunt, and in that time they are sleeping most of the time, so they actually don't move around very much at all, and they spend a lot of time resting. Now they're at the age that they're moving with the pride a lot of the time, so whenever the adults are awake, the little cubs are bounding around in the background. And then sometimes you'll find that in situations like this, you can see the females all sleeping, but the cubs are up to no good. So they've started to wake up and play. So they're getting to the age where they're in that naughty phase, and they probably don't sleep as much as the adults, and then they'll regress when they start to get a little bit older. But when they're still very small, then yes, they do sleep more than the adults do. You see in the background. Can't be easy to sleep though with all these cubs around. You can see there's paws everywhere, and there's biting, and there's tails flicking. It's all just quite messy at this stage. Oh, big stretch. Good afternoon. I love when they get into this playful nature and you find them biting one another and rolling around, and lots of grooming happening. There's this sort of sweeter, softer side of lions when you see them like this.
Can you hear the purring?
No, so Herman's asking me if I can hear the purring. I can't hear the purring. It's not to say that they're not. They could be purring. Sometimes you'll find that the little cubs make these soft little sounds when they are playing with one another. Oh, look at that big yawn. Massive teeth. So that is a good sign. When you start to see those lions yawning like that, it's often a sign that they're going to be getting up and moving. Right, so I believe Taylor's got a feathered friend, so let's get across over to her before that bird flies away.